Having looked at the Tablelands, I headed for Cairns to look at some of the local attractions. Found one of the very few free parks in the city and went for a walk along the very attractive foreshore. The plan was to stay in Cairns for a few days until the holidays were over and head north when the crowds had dispersed. Priority one was to reconnect with a delicious cherry gelato. I hadn't had one for 5 years. Then it was off to the Cairns Aquarium, a world-class venue opened in 2017 with 16,000 specimens showcasing ecosystems of the tropical north. It's the closest I'm going to get to a jungle perch. Apart from the obvious fresh and saltwater fish that you'd expect at an aquarium, there was also an exhibit of reptiles, amphibians, and even a small saltwater crocodile. The marine section focused on the bright, colourful life of the Great Barrier Reef. The major marine exhibit featured a big tunnel where you could walk through and see the larger fish and sharks swim by. I visited the Australian Armour and Artillery Museum, which is at the base of the cable car. Opened in 2014, it is the largest privately owned collection in the Southern Hemisphere, featuring 200 armoured vehicles and artillery pieces from 15 countries, with a particular focus on World War II. I'd driven past this place on previous visits to Cairns and was determined that this time I'd get to see it. The display is housed in 2 industrial-sized sheds. It's quite amazing how much they've fitted in there. Each exhibit had an explanatory signboard detailing the history and where it actually come from. This particular replica tank actually featured in the Brad Pitt movie Fury. Being a bit of an amateur military buff, I found the whole thing enthralling and could have spent hours there. The last attraction that I visited in Cairns was the Botanic Gardens. The gardens was first established in the mid-1880s. It covers an area of about 38 hectares and is considered to be one of the best exhibitions of tropical plants in Australia. Shades of red seem to feature very heavily in tropical plants. Perhaps the most spectacular display in the Botanic Gardens is the conservatory, with its beautiful display of native orchids. The Botanic Gardens, apart from being free entry, is one of those places where anyone with an interest in plants could easily spend lots of time.